farting on an opponent at precisely the right time is key to battle. I shall show you how it's done, but first, you must take the gentleman's oath. You must promise to never, ever fart on anyone's balls, okay? Farting on an opponent is necessary, but farting on someone's balls is not cool. Do you understand? All right, then let's begin your training.
Now, when it comes to licensed video games, most have been, let's just say, underwhelming. I mean, companies can't seem to find the balance between fan service and good gameplay. Things have gotten so bad that whenever you hear of a beloved property being turned into a video game, you automatically go into your brain and go to that dark corner where dreams go to die. So like most fans, when I initially heard that they were making a South Park video game, I just pretty much thought it was going to be a half-assed attempt at a cash grab. And I'm here today to tell you that South Park: The Stick of Truth is proof that licensed video games don't have to be the butt of a joke anymore. So the premise in The Stick of Truth is that you're the new kid in town, you just moved there and your parents want you to go outside and make new friends. So while you're exploring the town, you start to notice that all the children are playing a live-action role-playing game. They quickly recruit you to come and play, and your adventures to find out what the secrets of South Park are begins. Set to the style of a Western RPG, you're given the freedom to explore South Park for the first time, allowing you to gather collectibles, take on side quests, and at the same time still be a part of a main story. The game's design is an open world which looks two-dimensional like the TV series, but it's much deeper than meets the eye. The way that it's laid out is that different paths will take you to different parts of the city, allowing you to go into the foreground and background of certain areas, which allows for freedom of movement and exploration. The game took me about 16 hours to complete, and I gathered a good amount of collectibles and side quests, but nowhere near the total amount that the game has to offer. The game has a really detailed and diverse customization system that's going to allow for your character to look way different than anybody else's characters in the game. For anyone that's ever seen a South Park episode, the look and feel of the game is pretty much a South Park episode. It's crass, it's funny, it's South Park. For those gamers that have actually never seen a South Park episode, well, think Paper Mario. It's essentially Paper Mario, except it's pretty much rated NC-17. What really surprised me in this game is the combat system. The combat system in this game is so detailed, in-depth, it's so much on par with any of the Final Fantasy games or even the Bravely Default game that came out earlier this year. You were given the choice of selecting from 4 classes: Fighter, Mage, Thief, and of course a South Park Soju. Each class has special abilities and skills that will alter the way that you approach combat. So the way that it works is that you're allowed to explore the town of South Park and bring along a party. Your party at the beginning is centered on one extra character, which is actually Butters. After a couple hours, you begin to gain more characters like Kenny, Stan, Kyle, and Cartman. Each character that you bring along into your party has a different set of skills, all which will change the way you approach combat. You actually control the other characters in your party as well, so you're allowed to pick and choose what attacks and abilities you want to do, which actually allow for a lot of in-depth strategy because of the fact that different characters have different weaknesses and the enemies have different weaknesses, so whichever characters you bring in really could alter how the battle simulates. In addition to the combat, the game has a really deep leveling system that brings along with a skill tree, the ability to put up attributes to different skills. It also lets you explore with different weapons and level the weapons up. It's really in-depth, and I was really surprised at all the different scenarios and situations I could put myself in and use different weapons to get out of certain situations. There's a lot to handle here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here that can make a lot of people super happy. My only problem with the combat is that the game isn't particularly very difficult because of the fact that they chose to go with the formula that your power points and health points always regenerate after a battle. I feel that took away from the strategy that I would have taken if my character's health was dwindling down and I had to waste resources to put his health and mana and power points back up. But with the fact that I go into battle with my power points and health points all the way up, there isn't really a fear of death that often. The only real way that you can fail in the fight is if you bring in the wrong weapon or wrong party member at the wrong time. Some other minor things that I wanted to talk about were some of the performance issues that I ran into, and this could have just been something on my end, but I was playing on PlayStation 3, and from time to time the game would chug along like it was trying to force itself to keep going, and I'm not sure if that was on my end with my system, but it just felt kind of weird. Also, the music tended to stop, and not music while they were singing, but more music along the background, like the score when I'm traveling around the city. The score just kind of stopped, and it just left silence, and it was kind of weird, and I wasn't sure why. And then I would swing with my weapon to see if it was that, and the weapon would make a noise, but there was no score in the background. Now, I don't know if that was the game's intention, but there was just things that kind of took me out of it, and maybe that stuff wouldn't have taken me out of it if the score wasn't so amazing. I love the music in this game, and the fact that it would just abruptly stop was kind of weird. So ultimately, I want to say that South Park: The Stick of Truth is the best game I've played this year, and it's one of the best RPGs that I've played in a long time. It includes a phenomenal combat system, great customization, a great leveling system. It packs in all the humor from the South Park episodes into a 16+ hour game. I mean, that's something that you don't see very often. Giving you collectibles, customizations, side quests. The game is just a deep game and a lot of fun to play. I honestly challenge anybody to play this game and not do it with a smile on their face. The entire time I played this game, I was smiling, the jokes were funny, I was laughing out loud. I just had a blast playing this game. So my final score for South Park: The Stick of Truth is a 94 out of 100. It's one of the best games you're gonna play this year, and it will have you laughing and wanting to keep exploring. Definitely check out South Park: The Stick of Truth. Alright guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed my South Park: The Stick of Truth review. Make sure that if you like this video, you comment below, like, subscribe, check out the other videos and other little things that are going to be around here. And if you're interested, go over and check out my written review over at geekedoutnation.com. And also, I'm going to have in the description a few of my Let's Plays that I did on my other gaming channel, which if you guys want to see how I created my characters, how I played, definitely go over there and check it out. I'm really new to that, but hopefully you guys like that and go check it out. Talk to you guys later, and remember guys, like, comment, and subscribe. See ya!